What is up, everybody out there in the internet world? I am Nadia, host of Horror with Nadia or Horror with Nats, and today is our monthly episode of The Final Girls. Before I bring everybody on for today, I just wanted to remind everybody, please do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I am one away from hitting 950, so who's going to be the lucky number 50? We'll see. And if you're watching this on replay, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, and what you're looking forward to on the next month. With that all out of the way, let's bring on everybody. I've got Sam, Trina, Kaylee, and Sin. What's up, ladies?
Hello.
Hi.
I like your hat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I just noticed what it was.
Got to rep
What's his name?
Criticless. Yeah.
There you go.
Criticless, they're not sponsoring, but Criticless, I absolutely love the people over there. They're like Rotten Tomatoes, but more so with your peers. Then you don't have to have certain credentials to be there. You can sign up. It's got an 80s, pretty cool, like 80s feel. Like my page is like a horror feel. You can be a content creator on there, and it's a bunch of reviews and stuff. And if you like to read reviews, especially ones that are like 3 book length long, like Sin's, or mine, which is like 2 sentences long, you can do so over there. And like you can follow each other. You can earn badges. It's really cool. It's really cool. I highly recommend it. Especially if you review movies, because Rotten Tomatoes sometimes is pretty rotten.
Yeah, they can be.
But
sure.
I need one of those like little things. Sam, how are you today?
I am doing great. How are you?
Good. I'm hyper for some freaking reason. I probably psyched up because I'm going to play Alien Isolation after this.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're gaming after this.
I have nightmares, I swear. Or ulcers. Trina, how are you?
I'm well, happy to be here. And looking forward to the stream.
Very cool. Kaylee, how are you, my fellow? How's it going?
Good. How are you ladies doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
Sin background's different.
I'm at my brother's house in New Jersey. So like I have a whole other setup. Yeah. So my schedule's not normal, and I have another camera, another computer. So yeah. And these are sound panels that I built to put up down here. There's Joker behind me as Beastmaster that my brother drew for me. And then over here, you can't see him, is Batman. Batman right there.
Very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I just put him around me to kind of help with reverb.
Very nice. Well, we've got a lot to cover today. I like that everybody submitted everything. I didn't submit anything. One movie on the list that everybody
I was
submitted.
sitting there sweating like, oh my gosh, I got to get something to her.
Well, actually, no, I saw 2 movies on the list. A lot of the times my stuff like overlaps with a few of you. So so it's not, I didn't see anything exciting. Hopefully July is different. There's a lot of things coming out in July that I'm excited for, but I just want to say hi to the chat and the fact that this wonderful lady, she's amazing. She's talented. She's super talented. She'll teach you how to draw chibis. Dreaming Tabitha sent me a super sticker. I don't know what it is because StreamYard never tells me, but you know what? I can go look. Hold on. Let me go look. We do it live. We do it live here all the time. And that's the wrong stream, Nadia. Go to the right one. What did she? Oh, she sent me like a little corgi. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, cute.
Oh, thanks, Tabitha. She doesn't like horror at all. Some horror, I guess. But for her, let's
Don't you want a balloon?
Sin disappeared.
We lost Sin.
I was like, I look closer. What happened?
She's probably having connection issues, I would assume. Okay, she'll be back. Peepers, hi, Final Girls and Nasty Nads. How's it going? Jake is also in the house. Rob James. I said that all. Oh, and Rachel, how could I skip over my girl? Brendan, what's up? Hello, everyone. Bruce the dog just dug a hole in the backyard. Sam, love you. Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's my dog.
In the chat sometimes when I'm on things. Anthony, hello. That's hilarious. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So Sin is still having issues. It's okay. We'll get started. We'll get started. Let me share. It's this one, and then Sin will fill the rest. All right. So, I love that, Kaylee. This was your pick, right?
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
And is this your first time seeing these until 28 years later?
Yes, I watched the original. I gave you 28 Days Later, 28 Years Later, and Bring Her Back. So I didn't actually watch 28 Weeks Later, but I did watch 28 Days Later, and
You're not.
I actually I liked it. I'd seen it on TV like bits and pieces like years ago, so I wanted to rewatch for 28 Years Later, and I ended up coming out of it like really liking it, like the graininess of it and everything. I thought it worked.
Yes, 28 Days Later is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's really good.
I like the guerrilla style camera work. It was done on a very low budget, and it started this whole franchise. 28 Weeks Later, I thought it was on your list. I put it on this.
Oh,
I just
You're not
watched that
missing
one.
much with 28.
okay.
Sam, Trina, Sin, have you guys seen 28 Days Later?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen all of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just watched this one last year for the first time, actually, with Christy, who's not here. We did a watch along together, and I really enjoyed it.
I like the concept of it's not really zombies, but it's zombie-esque because technically they're not dead. They're just rage infected. Have any of you ever read the comic book Crossed?
No.
Okay, so Crossed is done by Garth Ennis. I actually don't recommend it because it's very gruesome. It's probably like, think the worst thing you can probably do to humans, like a human to a human, and times that by like 20, and that's what Crossed is. And I'm talking babies, children, women, dogs, like this. So what happens is there's this rage virus that people get, and it creates a cross on their face, like an infected cross, and that's so it's similar concept of like infection versus they're not dead like zombies, but this kind of started the whole I would say trend of zombie-esque
Zombie, not zombies.
Yeah, zombie, not zombies.
Mhm.
Jake, thank you so much for gifting the 5
Oh, wow.
Horror with Nads membership. Thank you so much. If you're still in the chat, let me know, German or Spanish. Kaylee, both your nieces are watching you on TV.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I'll try not to swear.
No, you're fine.
What's up, Corey?
Hey, Corey.
I don't understand. Oh, we'll get into it, my friend. 28 years later, just kidding. We'll get
Oh, I
into it.
got. Mhm.
I got hot takes. I would recommend this movie. I've recommended 28 Days Later to a lot of folks. I think this is a great introductory into the zombie kind of, genre. I don't know why my brain's like 20 miles an hour, but I can't get it out with my Espanol, por favor. Okay. Well, I look for Espanol. Hold on. Espanol.
Que hables, maldito, de lo contrario te arrojaré al fuego.
¡A la verga, me vale verga, perro! ¡Y cállate a la verga, hija de su puta madre!
Oh, that dub, my lord.
I'm the same clip in German.
Oh my gosh.
It's great. So some fun trivia. The film Fast Moving Infected were inspired by the rage virus concept, making the zombies more terrifying, unpredictable than traditional slow zombies. I still don't think they're zombies, to be honest. My argument is that they're alive, thus they're not zombies. 28 Days Later revitalized the zombie genre, influencing numerous TV and film, and that followed, including The Walking Dead. And I think this was Cillian Murphy's like breakout role.
First
At
time
least
I
for
noticed him as an actor.
I think for American audience. I think he's well known in the UK prior to that. Could be wrong. But this is 2002, and now we've finally got the sequel. Speaking of sequels, the next one on the list, has everybody seen 28 Weeks Later other than Kaylee?
I just watched it for the first time.
Yeah, just once, but years ago. So I don't remember a lot, just some very vague things here and there.
Yeah, same here.
Well.
Yeah. I hated it.
First 5 minutes are great. The first 5 minutes of this movie are fantastic.
Hmm.
Past that point is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, your nieces. I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm so
you're
sorry. So this is set 6 months after the rage virus and the outbreak in Britain. The U.S. military helps to repopulate, restore the order in London. Stupidest decisions I've seen in movies. However, when the infected survive, unknowing entering safe zones, the virus surges with deadly force. This movie ends with the infected ending up in Paris, and I like that they kind of retconned it with 28 years later.
Okay, I'd forgotten that they ended up in Paris because someone asked something about the quarantine and did they forget about the whatever, and I'd completely forgotten that they made it off of UK soil in the second movie.
Oh yeah, because the end of the movie, you see the infected running towards the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they don't address that at all.
No, I think
in 28 years, you just say it was blocked off.
Yeah, they just isolate it to Britain. To be honest, 28 years later, though I think it has a lot of problems, is a better sequel to 28 Days Later. 28 Weeks is just, I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. Other than the first 5 minutes. The film was shot on London and Spain, so they had urban decay and war-torn environment. Unlike the originally, infected in 28 Weeks Later exhibit more feral, aggressive behavior, pushing the horror elements further. So that's probably something they took from it with 28 Years Later. The evolve of the
like the alphas.
Mm-hmm. The never mind. We have children watching.
This is a show about horror movies.
Yeah,
I know. But I was going to say something else.
You were going to go there, weren't you, with the alpha? Okay.
Trina, have you seen 28 Weeks Later?
I did. I have seen it. Yeah, it was quite a while ago.
And you liked it? Didn't like it?
I can't really remember much of it. I remember that I liked the beginning, but other than that, that's all I can remember.
Yeah, I rewatched it and I was very angry with it because when you watch a movie and you go, wow, this character's making a lot of dumb choices. I wouldn't do that. And sometimes it makes sense to move the story forward, right? Okay, or it makes sense for the character. But in some of this stuff that Don does the entire movie doesn't make any sense, especially being a father to 2 children. And I just wanted to pull my hair out. I'm like, what are you doing?
I just didn't care for any of the characters. Like, I just thought it was boring. And like the guy from the lead guy from the show From is in it, and I actually kind of liked his character, but he's not in it much.
Yeah.
But like, I just didn't care about anyone else.
That's how I felt about Life of Chuck, but we'll get there. All right. So with that being set up, we've all seen this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Raise your hand if you liked it.
Okay. Can we go
yeah.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. And the childbirth scene almost killed this movie for me.
That was the scene that killed
fantastic, awful parts of the whole movie. That pulled my score way down. Just that one scene.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it was dumb. Okay. Oh, womanhood and childbirth, it transcends anything. Get out of here. Come on.
I think the first half of this movie, the father and son thing, with some issues, was the better half of the movie.
Agreed.
Like, it's almost like it was 2 movies that they smashed together. Just different storylines. And so the synopsis is, for those that don't know, nearly 3 decades after the initial rage virus outbreak, a small group of survivors live in a fortified community in a remote UK island. Jamie, his wife, I think it's Ilsa.
Ilsa or Isla?
Whatever. One of those weird
Jodie.
No
Jodie
offense
Comer.
to yeah. And their son Spike believe they're safe until a dangerous new strain of the infected called alphas emerge. When Spike sets out to find a cure for his ailing mother, their family is thrust into a brutal journey across the infected mainland, where they encounter terrifying mutations, moral dilemmas, and mysterious cult led by Enigmatic Jimmy. We'll get to Jimmy in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask everybody on the panel, because it was a point of conversation. Is Jamie a shitty father or just a good father and a shitty husband?
I think the former. I mean, the latter. Sorry,
The
the
latter.
latter. He's a good father, but yeah,
Yeah.
he
I
kinda-
agree.
I agree with
Yeah,
that too.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Because it made no sense to me when Spike sees him having basically an affair on his mother for
Mhm.
him to turn on his father that fast.
Very quickly.
Uh,
Yeah. Well,
where
that was the plot device that
Yeah,
brought
where
him
it's
to
already-
the stupid decision that he came to go. Yeah. See, there were some multiple problems with this movie for me.
Mhm.
So you caught on the fact that, like, in the beginning, they seemed to have a good father-son relationship. Like, it felt like Spike could basically come to his father about anything.
Yeah.
And his dad is just getting him prepared to live in this world that he has to be in. And it just didn't make sense to me for him to try to escape and not escape, but run away with his mother without
it did-
including
did-
his father in it.
Well, he was mad at his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he felt like his mother was the only thing keeping him there. But the problem is, he's living in this dangerous world. He's fully aware of the dangers. She in no way they let us know, oh, every once in a while she's okay. But there is no way in Hades that he should have thought that she could make this trek all the way over to where they went. I was just like, you stupid kid. What? I can't. It didn't track for me.
And by the way,
It's-
we can talk spoilers on this. It's been out. People who've
Okay.
seen it will probably have seen it. So spoilers are fine. Trina, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, I hated this movie. I don't know if I'm alone in that, but I absolutely hate this movie. Okay, so the thing about him taking the little kid taking his mom out, I get the motivation. I get why the kid wanted to do it. Obviously, I mean, he's still a kid. He's not gonna, make the best decisions. But the way it's written, oh man. Okay, so they get back from their trek where father is showing the son how to survive, basically, and he's like, yeah, but dad's lying, he's not. I really couldn't do much, and then they write it so that he decides, okay, I'm going to take my very ill mom out on this trek. What is the decision behind that writing? And then, okay, so I know the rule that, once you go out, nobody else is going to come after you, but the father is left on that island, and it's like, I'm sorry, but if that were my kid, I'd breaking the rules and I'm going after my kid.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the writing in this movie. I really don't.
Yeah,
We also
roller
made us believe that Aaron Taylor Johnson was supposed to be the lead in this, and it turns out to be Spike, which I don't hate a coming of age movie. I actually think the kid did a pretty good job in this. I just a lot of letdowns. The biggest letdown for me was Dr. Kelson, Ralph, is it Innes last name? His character?
Ralph Fiennes?
Yeah, Fiennes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I have a question for the panel, because you guys have all seen this. You have a man who's spent 30 years isolated by himself, taking care of the dead, building this temple, sleeping outside, dealing with the infected in his area. Yet he seems to be the sanest person in the whole movie. I was expecting from the trailers like he was going to be this
Super crazy and scary, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's how
maybe
the
not
movie leads you to
villain.
believe, though. Like, even the dad was talking about him, like a story about him, and you're led to believe he's going to be this crazy man, but then he's actually so like gentle and nice. So I think they wanted you to think that, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it scary that he's going to
yeah.
see him.
Yeah.
I didn't
Which even and that just adds to why didn't the dad go running for them? You know what I mean?
I don't think. Did he leave a note for his dad? I can't remember. Did he say
when he
was
came
go-
back with the baby, he put a
Oh,
note
so
in the baby
his
saying,
Dad
like,
probably
"Yeah, I
had
gotta-"
no freaking idea where he'd even gone off to.
Well, I mean, they could have put it together with the fact that the fire and
He
then
took his
The
mom.
doctor, yeah.
he can't
yeah.
close the gate behind him. It would require somebody to close the gate, right?
Yeah.
behind because it's mechanical.
Yeah, because they
You
have to
don't- it's-
open it for them.
What I mean
Instead of
is he
shitting-
probably wouldn't have known where to try to go find him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
right. Because by the time high tide comes, their footmarks are going to be gone
mhm.
through that path, and then Kaylee. Okay, and Sam, you both liked it. I don't want to shit on this movie, but I want to
That's
know
okay.
why you
Shit
guys
on it.
like. I want to know why you guys liked it.
I liked it because it was weird. I think I
Okay.
think like infection zombie type movies, they work. Like Army of the Dead. I don't know if you guys have seen that. That's like a weird like movie, but a
I
zombie
like
movie.
Army of Dead.
Yeah, I loved that movie, and it's just like weird and fun and sad, like all wrapped in to one. Like I feel like this movie did that too. They had really cool like gore with the infected scenes. It was really like spooky but pretty at the same time when they're running on that causeway and it's like a clear night and you can see like all the stars and all the stuff in the sky and it's kind of distracting you from like the danger that's going on like right in front of you. I just really liked that scene. I really liked Eric, the scenes with him. I thought that worked so well and it brought such humor to the film. Those were like my favorite scenes of the movie. I just thought even though they seem oddly placed, but they actually worked for me. It like, you know, brought the movie up for me to have him in it. And the emotional stuff, I feel like it worked too. So it gives you all of the different like emotions like wrapped into one. So I think that's why I liked it so much.
I'm
can
a little
under-
bit
Damn it. Go ahead,
sorry.
Sam.
Oh, I'm a little bit in the same boat. Like, I don't always hate when the tone changes because I have a short attention span. So then I'm like, ooh, something new, like a new feeling. But I guess I don't know. I thought there were some tense moments. There was some like emotional moments. There's comedy, like Haley said. I don't watch a lot of zombie movies. Zombie movies are not my thing. Like, I would rather watch Zombievers or Zombie Strippers. So like, this isn't like that deep for me, I guess. I don't know. I just didn't mind it. And it's not like my movie of the year by any means. I think I gave it like a 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, I thought it was fine. And then I thought there was like some really cool shots when they were being chased in the water by the one dude. And there's also lots of wiener.
It is a very beautifully shot movie. I will give it. And to be honest, as much as I didn't like it, I don't think it's a bad movie. I think I gave it a 6 out of 10, which to me, 5 and 6s are like usually about a mid movie. Like it's not horrible. It's just maybe my expectations were so high that I was expecting more gore. I was expecting, I don't know, more craziness to it. And to me, Eric is the audience. That's us. That's like modern day audience right there, implanted into the story. How did we feel about the pregnant infected? And follow-up question, was she infected and then got pregnant, or pregnant and then got infected?
They don't tell you.
I have a theory.
Okay.
So she infected, got pregnant because they're evolving, and she got pregnant by the alpha. And the reason why Samson was just going crazy out of norm, as the doctor kind of alluded to, is I think the baby is his. That's his.
my theory
Yeah,
too.
I assumed
Yeah,
the baby was
so-
his.
I think they, you know, I mean, I don't know how you fit that in there, but I think they fornicated
Especially the baby
while they were
to
infected.
be okay. I mean, to me, it makes more sense if she was pregnant before, then got infected, but somehow the baby still was okay. Because sometimes, you know, women that have something, they don't always pass it to their children. Sometimes the baby's fine. But I don't know. They don't really answer that question.
I think it's afterwards. I think infected, pregnant, and then just by evolution or magical placenta, somehow the baby didn't receive which doesn't make sense to me because and like, wouldn't the mother's blood be mixed in with the child's?
Yeah, it would be. They try to say, well,
yeah.
the magic of the placenta. But sometimes babies don't know. Like, there have been babies born to HIV infected
That's what I was
mothers, and
thinking.
they, you know, so yeah, I could buy into that. I don't know that I could buy into the rationale of her being infected, then get pregnant. I'm not quite sure, because the alpha and she both would have something that could definitely affect the baby. But if she was pregnant first, then get infected, you know, everything was done the normal way the first time, and maybe the baby just managed to survive the infection. I don't know. Either way, it was a dumbass plot point. It was so freaking stupid. Oh my gosh, I could not. I was it was so bad my skin was cringing. It was just like got goosebumps at how bad it was.
It didn't make sense for them not to kill the infant too as well,
or just not to shoot her butt as soon as they saw her,
or the fact that like him dropping this baby off at the safety of this village, saying, "Hey, it's not infected." I mean, they're going to be like, well, we don't really know, right? We don't have a doctor. That was established.
Saying something about the eyes. Look at her eyes. She's not infected. And
yeah,
you know, I don't remember what it is about the
similar
eyes.
to like 28 weeks later when it was like,
well,
you know,
remember
how
when
split? Yeah,
he and Dad were trying to get in or something because they were late and they were being chased and they were like, look at our eyes, we're fine, or something like that. So
wait a few minutes. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. How did we feel about the Jimmy Savile nod to at the end?
I didn't even know that's what it was until I looked online after. I just thought, what the heck is this? This is so stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I thought it was at first?
And then, yeah.
It was very odd. And so UK folks are just like, what the absolute hell? But what I thought it was, and this is, I think it could sort of transfer this way to people that aren't in the know. So, you know, I thought they were supposed to be like wannabe Power Rangers because that's what they look like, you know, with the bright colors and everything. And, you know, when the world ended for them, Teletubbies and Power Rangers were a big deal. Still big, pretty popular. So that was what I thought at first. And then I found out the real thing and I'm like, okay, well, that's very weird. I'm just going to still pretend it was Power Rangers. Because I don't know, like, what, and UK people are like, what the hell is this about? Why'd you do this for?
Robbie made a good point I mean, this is a trilogy. This story's not completed. Jimmy was kind of alluded to throughout the whole movie. Obviously, he's the beginning of the beginning of the movie, similar to 28 Weeks Later, very intense, really liked it, shot very well. The whole children and the infection and stuff, great. And he was alluded to on the side of a building. He was alluded to in the upside down infected. Jimmy was carved into his torso.
Oh, that's what that was about. Okay. All right.
And then we get Jimmy, who, for those that don't know, Jimmy Savile was a very prominent like UK celebrity. He died a few years back, but he had a talk show that similar to like would bring people on to do like talents and stuff. But he was also a pedo.
Yep.
Very like
raging one.
Raging. And to the point where like it's rumored YouTube, the royal family protected him because he very powerful individual in the UK scene and was very protected, allegedly protected by higher ups and got away with it a lot. Like, and this is the nod to it is the blonde hair and the way they're dressed with all the gold and stuff. So it would make me interested to see what the Bone Temple will, because I think we'll get more of Jimmy's story in the next. I'm hoping we get more of Jimmy's story in the next one.
I'm assuming we will. I mean, I assumed that was kind of lead up to what was going to come next. That was
because there's a third one too.
Yeah,
and the third one wouldn't be made unless so it's weird. They shot 1 and 2 back to back. So 2 is supposed to be coming out, I think, in February of this coming year.
February. Okay, I'd heard January. Yeah,
somewhere around there. And then, but they weren't going to start filming 3, and 3's like depended on if 1 was successful.
Okay.
I don't know. Hollywood, man. I don't know. Again, I don't think this is a bad movie. Last thing on Jesus. Oh, by the way, all the infected that were nude and stuff, those are all prosthetics. Due to UK child law, they could not just be completely nude. They had to wear like fake prosthetics. Like, yeah. So that thing's not real. We all assumed. All right. The third leg is not real.
I assumed it was not. Just because, I mean, okay.
I mean, I like the idea that the infected are evolving almost into like feral creatures because at the end of the day, they're not dead. So there was a comment made that they have to eat, they have to sleep. So they're learning to run in packs to kill things and eat them. And then there's different stages. Like there's the slow, they call them slow lows, the ones that were closer to the ground that were crawling,
Dragging themselves on the ground.
yeah, eating. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to ask. What the fuck happened with his mother just killing one of them, and then we just completely overlooked that?
That's actually another issue I have with the movie. So the mother's illness seems to be severe or not as severe, depending on what the writer decided he wanted to do with her character at the moment.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's like she kind of came out of it. She did what she did, but then her illness made her.
But she remembered
her brain
it,
tumor.
though?
She didn't seem like she remembered
she
it
did-
because she
yeah.
said, "I don't know," and she didn't seem like she was lying.
Right.
So, she might have just been this thing where she acted, and then because of what was going on with her brain, it just kind of wiped it from her memory. It's like, well, that's really convenient that she snaps out of it just in time.
Yep.
Kaylee and Sam, you both liked it. So what is your opinion of that scene?
I think it has to do with maybe like at first I thought she had some kind of early onset like Alzheimer's or something. The way
Dementia?
she was,
That's what I thought too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe the whatever what we know she had going on, like maybe that was a part of the illness, like maybe part of her subconscious is able to react to things in the moment, and then she doesn't consciously like remember it. That's how I took it. Maybe it's just like a subconscious like urge to protect her son, like without even consciously being aware of it. So that's what I thought happened, at least. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I thought it was early onset as well. Actually, That's funny.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Well,
sure.
I did too, because I've had family members that have it. And she would go in and out of remembering, who she was and who she was talking to. But then she had this big fever and everything. So I'm like, well, it's not that. There's something else going on with her.
How did we feel about the fact that it's Kelson, I believe, euthanized her?
She chose it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like they said, it would be a really painful death, and she's already in a lot of pain. So,
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know how I feel about that, actually. I can't decide either way.
It was a weird, the whole thing with the bones, while I sort of get the point of it, it didn't quite land with me as well as I think the writers were hoping. I mean, it was touching, what he did with his mother's skull and everything, but at the same time, it was like, this is just really very, I don't know. I'm not having the effect on me that I think they were hoping for.
I think I need to see it again, to be honest. I was thinking about it and I was like, my score still stays the same and my problems with it still. But I think for me, I need to see it again to kind of really soak in everything. And maybe I'll watch it again when 2 is closer to come out, so that back to back. But maybe I was expecting more because of the trailer. The trailer's like one of the highly like regarded trailers in the last 5 years. Like it won awards. It won awards. I didn't even know trailers could win awards.
I didn't either. This is news to me.
Yeah.
I went in expecting nothing because I saw the reviews of the people that went the night before. So I think that helped me. I was expecting like bare minimum.
Yeah, I went in totally blind, didn't watch a trailer, anything.
Well, now
I didn't
watch
see
trailers.
the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
don't.
know.
I
My
generally
husband-
don't like to watch trailers. I do like to go in as uninfluenced as possible. When I see
well,
something.
Yeah.
well, I was gonna say wait till you see that new Weapons trailer, but you're not going to.
I'm not going to. No, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm actually very excited for that because I even after watching the trailer and knowing how Barbarian played out, I'm like, we're not seeing everything in this trailer. There's something going on. Because even if you watch the trailer for Barbarian, knowing the 2 biggest twists in the movie, it doesn't come off like that. So I think the trailer is alluding to a different movie, but that's my little like theory going on. Okay, enough 28. I still recommend people go see this for themselves. Like, don't. Everybody has opinions, right? Opinions are like buttholes. Sometimes they stink. So,
and also,
like,
we don't hate
see
it
for yourself.
Nadia and I, we don't. I mean, well, okay, I know one of us does hate it, but I don't hate it. I just don't love it, and I get the feeling that you have the same sentiment, Nadia.
Yeah, it's beautifully shot, well acted. Again, I think had they just focused maybe more on the father-son storyline and extended that out, or switched, or did the mother story off the get-go, I felt like there was 2 movies that they were trying to kind of squeeze together into one. And the Jimmy thing kind of completely threw me off, but I'm a true crime buff, so I knew right away what it was alluding to, so I can understand if someone doesn't know, they're gonna think like, what the fuck is this? Like they're parkouring, they're like, it's almost like a video game. Different tone to the movie. And I wanted more of an emotional impact, and I'm like with you, Sin, I didn't have that. Like 28 Days Later to me had the emotional impact because it ended on a happy note. Rarely do you see horror movies like that end on a happy note. And I was with the characters from start to finish. Here, I think maybe just too much was thrown at me and it didn't allow me to have that connection with the characters. I thought Spike did a wonderful job. Alfie Williams.
He
I
was
thought
so good.
Great.
I was very impressed with his performance.
Jodie Comer too. Like all of them, great performances. I just maybe was expecting more. But who knows with Bone Temple, We'll see Bone Temple. Okay, let's Dead Ant.
Hey.
Damn, I know this is you.
Fine.
I'm gonna go check on one of my fur babies. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're crying.
Yeah, my friend recommended this to me and we ended up doing a live stream on it together. It is freaking hilarious. It's a 2017 horror comedy that I had no idea even existed. Sydney Sweeney's in it.
Really?
Tom Arnold. Yeah, Jake Busey's in it, and he steals the show. He's so freaking hilarious. It's basically about a band on their way to Coachella to try and make it big, and they get attacked by big ants. It's so ridiculous, but so funny. And they're all wearing these crazy wigs that just like work for the parts, and there's a groupie along with them, and like it's just so funny. Like I'm watching it again this weekend with some friends to show them because I loved it so much.
Is it like Tremors kind of esque in the humor?
You know what? It has the same atmosphere as Tremors. Okay. I'm not big on Tremors. Brendan loves Tremors, so that would be more a question for him. But the atmosphere is spot on to Tremors, I would say.
Does anyone have Revival on their list? No. Sorry, Rachel.
No, I just heard about that show. I just watched the trailer. It looks good.
I haven't even heard about it. I'm watching too much Arrested Development for my sake. Oh, for a minute, I thought it was the Stephen King. Oh, really?
Love Island.
Hey, I like 90 Day Fiancé. I like trashy TV. Revival. I thought you meant like the Stephen King book, but it's not. Okay, this looks interesting. To check it out. So I did trivia for everything. So the fictional band songs in the movies are tracks by real life band Kicks, including hits like "Don't Close Your Eyes" and "Blow My Fuse." Improv scene, actress Courtney Palm improvised a scene where she strips off her clothes while running from a giant ant, adding a comedic touch to the film.
Yeah, that's the opening. It's just so funny. Like, it's so ridiculous, but like the jokes actually land. And yeah, Brendan just commented they're not actually going to Coachella, they're going to a place called Nochella. I don't know. It's just, you gotta watch it.
It sounds like a fun movie to watch with friends, like to have fun and stuff. Or maybe take some edibles if you do that kind of stuff.
I said it would be a good shroom movie. I said that to Brendan.
Probably.
It's a lot of fun.
Hey, kids, if you're watching, don't do drugs, okay? Don't.
I think it's on Plex.
Grow. It's on Plex?
I believe so. Yeah, we ended up buying it because we were tired of the ads. So, yeah.
What would you rate it out of 5 or 10? Whatever you rate it usually out.
I personally gave it a 4 out of 5, but like technically it's probably not that high of a rating, but I always go for like stupid fun movies. So for me, it's a 4 out of 5. I think Brendan gave it more of a realistic rating of like a 3. But
hey, sometimes I give movies like a solid 10 because it's the fun. I had fun with it, the enjoyment. The enjoyment factor is a 10. Movie might be a 4, but I still enjoyed it at a 10. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check this out. I like Tremors. I grew up with Tremors, so I'd be interested to see how this plays out. Communion.
Okay,
It's a
this one was
sin.
mine. Did you get my alternate? Yeah, you did get my alternate. Okay,
I did.
so
I have it
please-
on the list.
Okay, cool. Because I'm not super crazy about Communion, but I figured I'd mention it because, well, I hadn't watched many horror. So it's like, well, I'll mention it because it's one of my three. It's basically an alien abduction story based on a
I'm
true
out.
story. Yeah,
I'm out. Sorry,
based,
I don't do
on
Greys.
yeah, based on a supposedly true story. So have you guys heard of the movie Wolfen?
Is it an
Starring
alien movie?
Wolfen is starring Edward James Olmos, and I can't remember who else. Anyway, I remember I've seen that movie. I haven't read the book, but it was written by this guy that this stuff happened to in Communion. And he wrote about his experience in a book, I guess, called Communion. But basically, he and his family are at this cabin, and some weird stuff happens, and he kind of blocks it, suppresses the memory, and other people, like, they kind of have vague memories of, well, this bright light, but they don't really know what the heck it was. And then it happens again. They go back to the cabin later, because I guess it's like a family vacation place or something. They go back later, or something even more intense happens, and he still has repressed it. And so he remembers it by going to see a therapist, going under hypnosis, and then he reveals more what happened. He was one of the first people that claimed stuff about anal probing. I think, in these alien abduction stories, I was like, oh, okay, this is the origin story of anal probing. and Christopher,
Thank God an alpha wasn't around.
and Christopher Walken was in it, and Christopher Walken, he's so unusual.
Yeah,
and the way he played this part was just like, like sometimes it just like, I don't really quite know what to think about you. Like, I don't know if this is the way the real guy acts, or if this is Christopher Walken playing Christopher Walken, Yeah, my brother too, he said it freaked him out when the first time you see the aliens, there's like just a very quick shot. But actually, he doesn't even call it. I don't think the real guy uses the terminology of alien abduction. He just calls them visitors, because I don't even know that he's claiming they were actually aliens. I don't think he even knows what the heck it was.
So they could have been lizard people.
Who knows? He has like this support group of people he meets with that it has happened to as well. So
could be Canadians. Sorry.
Anyway, if you like alien abduction movies, like Fire in the Sky and stuff like that, maybe you'll like this. I'd never heard of this movie until my brother reminded me of it, because we were looking for something horror related to watch the other day. So yeah.
I'll be completely honest with you, Sin. I will never watch this movie. I don't do the Greys, aliens. That's a big phobia of mine.
Not super crazy about alien abduction stuff myself. But I was like, well, it's free. It's on like wherever it was we found it. It's got Christopher Walken. It's a horror movie. I need to watch another horror movie. So.
Well, some trivia to it. Walken went rogue. Christopher Walken was allowed to improvise much of his performance, adding unpredictable.
Okay, he was playing himself, is what he was doing. Okay,
including real laughter during scenes when alien models that made the final cut.
Yeah, that was he kind of has this final scene with the aliens. He's sort of coming to terms with what happened to him, and it was like, this is like such a weird reaction you're having. I would be like freaking out, and he's like, ha, ha, ha. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. While involved in the writing, was reportedly unhappy with the film's execution, especially Walken's portrayal, which he felt made him look unstable, overshadowed the emotional and spiritual themes of his story.
Okay. I'm glad you added that, because I didn't dig deep enough to read this stuff. I just, watched the film. So that's interesting. I would understand why the guy that this allegedly happened to would have an issue with the way Walken played it, because it was very Walken-y.
Sam, Trina, Haley, are you guys into sci-fi horror, alien horror? Not aliens. I think xenomorphs are different than this.
I'm not, but Brendan may have seen this, and if not,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to tell him about it.
Yeah, I think I might like this actually, so I'm definitely going to write this down to watch later.
Yeah, Kaylee, you're big into alien films.
I am. So this looks actually pretty terrifying. I'm excited.
Signals fuck me up, man. I don't do them. It's a fear of mine. Maybe because it's like a realistic thing that could potentially ever happen. I don't, and especially if it's the Greys, I don't mess with it. Nope.
Do you see Fire in the Sky?
No. I won't
Yeah.
even watch
it once
ET.
years ago.
No.
You don't
No,
watch
no.
ET? Oh.
I've seen ET as a kid, very young. I just
Okay.
don't remember it. I think what happened was Encounter of the Third Kind. I think I saw it way too young. Like I don't remember it, but I think it traumatized me to the point where I just I can't. You Unsolved Mysteries. Whenever they would do like an alien episode, nope. Fast forward.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't. It's just a fear of mine. It's just a phobia. Trina, are you into aliens?
I'm not so much into aliens, but this movie actually sounds interesting, so I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
I love Christopher Walken.
I do too. He's just, you know how he is.
Yep.
You know what we should do next month? What we should do is if you've watched recommendations from other panelists, we should spend some time in the beginning and be like, "Hey, what did I watched Communion? This is what I thought." Like, we'll put recap, and then see if
That's a good idea.
yeah.
Oops, sorry. I'm gonna mute.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. oh, yours again, Sin. Sputnik. Okay, it's okay. Dogs are welcome.
Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. I don't know what. Of course, they would choose to do this while I'm getting ready to. Lord have mercy.
You want me to come back to this one?
Yeah, if you don't
Okay.
mind, I'll just mute so they'll settle down.
Hell Motel, I think, was Trina's.
Oh, yep, that was mine. So it's only a few episodes have dropped so far. I've watched the first 2 episodes, and so far I liked it. Yeah, it's about a bunch of true crime obsessed people. I love that because I love true crime stuff. So they go to this newly renovated motel, which is the scene of like a brutal satanic murder happened there. Like I think it was in the 80s or 90s. It's been a while since that event, and yeah, two women have decided to redo the motel and turn it into like this, tourist type thing for true crime obsessed people. Like they have podcasts and whatnot, and interesting stuff happens when the group gets there.
So worth our time? I've been meaning to check it out.
Me too.
I liked the first 2 episodes. And the third one has dropped. I haven't been able to see that one yet, but so far I'm liking it.
So the trivia is it's created by Aaron Martin and Ian Carpenter, who previously helmed the anthology series Slasher, which I haven't seen that one.
Oh,
This limited series reunites them with director Adam McDonald for a fresh self-aware horror saga, rude true crime satire with gore, which I like because I think the true crime industry and podcasters and stuff that's becoming a little too commercialized, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's no longer in there and there are a couple gems that advocate for actual victims, but too much it's about salation and just like getting the clicks and the spotlight. It's my opinion. Just my opinion. Beyond its brutal kills, Hell Motel skewers today's true crime obsession, amplifying it through social media driven influencers and a tongue-in-cheek critique of fans drawn to the tragedy, said the Daily Beast. I'll check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
Same.
Yeah, I really want to see it. I think it's local to me, like where it was made, because I think Adam McDonald, is he the one that did Backcountry? I'm pretty sure because I think Ian Carpenter, my dad went to school with him, so
Cool.
he's local, and I know Adam McDonald and Ian Carpenter are
did.
friends and have worked together a lot. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like super local to me, so I really want to see this.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Ounce of love. Sam, this is you.
That's me. I already said to Brendan earlier, I was like, I'm gonna be the one that brings all these like dark and grimy movies, but
I love dark and grimy. Bring it.
okay, good. Because sometimes I'm like, I'm just like a controversial queen over here. But I really enjoy captivity movies, and we do he made me watch and she made me watch segment on our channel where Brendan makes me watch movies and I make him watch movies. So of course I bring the captivity movies to make him watch, and we recently did this one. It's an Australian captivity movie. It's about a couple who picks up girls, like lures them in off the street and stuff, and does bad things to them. I will say this movie is done pretty tastefully. This is not like I Spit on Your Grave or Last House on the Left. There is going to be some triggers for people, obviously. You can see from the cover, but it is definitely done tastefully, I guess. Yeah, it's just a really creepy story. The man in the relationship is disgusting, and it's just really tense trying to see if this girl can escape or not. And she kind of sees like cracks in their relationship and like works that to her advantage, I guess, for trying to escape. And I love Aussie horror, so I thought I'd throw this one in.
Yeah, this
Well-
sounds good.
Yeah, I like capture stories too. So the story was inspired by real life crimes of David and Catherine Briney, a couple who committed series of abduction and murders in Perth during the 1980s. While not direct retelling, the film captures the eerie atmosphere, and I have no idea what those words
Modus
are.
operandi.
Right, thank you. This is why I have Sin on. Infamous affair. Hounds of Love was impressively filmed in just 20 days. Wow. With a focused production that heightened the claustrophobic and tense atmosphere. 20 days?
That's
Wow, that's less than a month.
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's
less than
great.
3 weeks.
I
That's
assume
very quick.
the
Yeah.
prime location is one location utilized quite a bit once she's
Yeah.
abducted. That's
Yeah, and you kind of see her family a little bit trying to like find her kind of thing.
Okay.
But it's mostly the one location, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna check this one out too. I like this is I do the I make him watch, and that's just me dragging my husband to the movies, horror movies. 'Cause he's home.
Love it.
No, you know what? I dragged him to Life of Chuck, and I was like, "Listen, it's not a horror movie. Let's watch it." We both like Mike Flanagan to a point. Like, let's do this. And we both, no offense, Sin, we're like, "Can we have 2 hours of our time?"
Oh
back?" I
no,
think
he hated it too.
Chris tweeted at Tom Hiddleston and was like, "Listen, you need to go back and be Loki in season 2 and give me back, rewrite this and give me back my 2 hours back." And some, so yeah. Servant, which I've only seen up to season. Is there like 3 seasons? I think, or 4. I've
There's
seen.
Yeah,
4?
4 seasons.
I've
It
only seen
is
up to 3.
finished. And
This to me is-
I've got 1 episode left. But yeah, so this is a slow burn series, and it's M. Night Shyamalan. So you know his style. And yeah, so it's about this this couple who has been trying to conceive, and the woman has had multiple failures in that regard, and she does end up conceiving, but she loses her child, and then it's born, and I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah.
the child dies, and then there's this girl who comes in to be a nanny to their real doll. They got a real doll to cope with the loss of their child, and when she enters the home, a lot of odd things start happening.
A lot of cultiness, if you like cults.
Yes. Yep.
The way the child dies is very. I think I cried when that was eventually revealed. Of that, it's a reborn doll, like a real doll that she. And it gives. There's a lot of influences from a lot of horror movies in this. I'm like with Trina. If you've never seen it and you don't know the spoilers to it, because each season there's more to the story that's laid out to it. I don't want to spoil it, but it's worth the time. It's worth the time to check it out. It has Nell Tiger Free, who was in the Omen remake or whatever prequel. I think is one of
First Omen, I think, is what it was.
yeah, First Omen.
That's right.
Which was one of my favorites last year. So I actually highly recommend this a lot. If you like cult, if you like the whole like satanic kind of influence, maybe you like possession movies, you like things like that. I'm trying to be very vague in a sense. And it also has Ron from the Harry Potter series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I think
An
I
asshole
saw
in
maybe an episode of this or two, and about had a heart attack. That scene where a child is picked up by the foot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. You think wait. Just wait.
Okay. I never went
yeah.
back to it. Not because I didn't like it, but it's a little harder to get into series shows.
It's
because of the
definitely
time
I'm with Trina.
commitment.
It's definitely a slow burn. It's a very like it slow burns, it'll hit really hot, and then it slow burns again, and then it hits really hot. So like yeah. I'm with Trina on this one. I highly recommend it. It actually faced a lawsuit, copyright
really?
infringement from a 2013
Oh.
film, The Truth About Emmanuel. Lawsuit claimed that the servant copied key elements from the films, especially the storyline of the delusional mother caring for a lifelike doll and a nanny who indulges her. However, the federal jury ultimately concluded that the similarities were insufficient. So there's no copyright infringement, which Better Together, the movie that's coming out next month, also has a lawsuit on it because supposedly stealing ideas and copyright infringement on it too.
Yeah, did that get settled or dropped or?
I haven't heard any updates from it.
I'm like seeing trailers for it at the theater now, so I was like, so are we getting it?
I think we're getting it, even if they have to go in. The movie's made at this point. It's done. So even they probably will settle out of court in my so yeah. But yeah, I'm with Trina. Highly recommend this, right, Trina? Like this is a great series.
Yep. It's you just got to be prepared that it is a slow burn. You're not going to get your answers quickly at all. So yeah, it's an investment.
How many episodes per season?
I think 10.
Okay.
I think it's 10.
How many
I'm
seasons?
looking it up right now.
There's
10.
10
Yep.
seasons.
So 40 episodes, and they're usually about an hour long ish.
That was going to be my next question. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple TV sometimes has some bangers, man. If anybody's ever seen Sugar, I liked Sugar. And there's a big twist in Sugar as well. Sugar is Colin Farrell plays like a noir kind of detective set in modern times, and there's like something weird going on with him, and there's a big twist. I don't want to spoil.
Hadn't heard of that one.
I highly recommend. There's going to get a second season for it.
They do have some good content. Highly
It's
recommend
one of the-
Murderbot.
Yeah, Murderbot. Blackbird, I think it was called. There was another one that's pretty good. They're pretty good. The only one I don't remember is The Gorge. I didn't like it, but okay.
Yeah, that was not the best.
Boys
Oh
from
yeah.
County Hell. Sin.
Yeah, so I watched this one the other day, and it's basically a vampire story. It's not very long, only about 90 minutes. Takes place in Ireland, and it's these people that are working on this site. They accidentally awaken a vampire. There's like legends about this vampire buried under this pile of rocks, and that's what they tell this tale to scare the tourists, and it ends up, well, there really is. And what I liked about it is it was a little bit comedic, and it also took vampire lore and had like this interesting little twist to it. It was a little different than the norm, but I thought it was I thought it was interesting, creative enough that I really enjoyed it. And it's a quick watch. Not best movie ever, but I liked it enough. I rated it higher than 28 Years Later.
Good enough for me.
So, from short to feature, the film originated as a short and was inspired
Yes,
by director
that's right.
Cliff Bond's visit to
Yep.
Bram Stoker's grave. He wrote the full script in just 5 days, blending Irish folklore with classic vampire mythos. The movie is filled nods to horror fans, including a bar scene featuring Duncan's Dream Warriors from A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, visual Easter eggs referencing American Werewolf in London.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to
Pick
check
up
this
on
one out.
Yeah. Boys. Hadn't even heard of it until I just went searching, and then there it was. So Vampires, I'm in.
Yep, me too. Okay. Oh man, here we go.
Here we go.
Who has seen Life of Chuck? Is it just me and Sin?
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah,
So-
I haven't either.
Don't see
So
it.
I suggested this one because I was low on things to put on my
It's fine.
list, but also I was using your logic, Thunderbolts. When you explained why, I was like, okay, I get it. The reason I suggested this is the first act, which is technically Act 3. To me, it was horrifying just because of the situation, the world ending. That is very, very just so fundamentally frightening to me. I don't want to be around when that happens. And so it was terrifying. But then as the story goes on, it changes in tone from this to it goes backwards in time, Act 3, 2, and 1. And while the world is ending, things are going all crazy all over the place. They keep seeing these billboards about thanks, Chuck. And they're like, who the hell is this Chuck person? And then Act 3/1 ends very abruptly. And then we have Act 2, and then we finally see Chuck. And then there's an Act 1 where we see Chuck as a younger person. And it wasn't until Act 1 that I pieced together what the heck was actually going on. And it was, to me, it was very moving. It just impacted me a lot. I initially was not going to watch this when I found out it wasn't your typical Mike Flanagan, Stephen King story, because I really like Mike Flanagan's work. I hope you can't hear him. I've got noise cancellation. Can you hear him?
We can hear him. It's okay.
Lord
fine.
have mercy, this dog. I
Okay,
swear.
Okay. Can you hear her? Because she's meowing right here next to me.
I can't hear her, and I've got a dynamic mic with noise cancellation and no door to close. That's it. I swear. Oh my gosh. It's so distracting. What the hell was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, it just it was the Mystery Movie Monday movie a couple weeks back, and Corey and Deleted went and saw it. And I joined the live stream discussion. I did not see it because I was screening Ballerina, but I joined the live stream discussion, just took my earbuds out when they were talking spoilers, but they had such high praise for it. I was like, okay, I'll watch it. Because at first I was like, this isn't your typical, this is not really horror. I don't know. I don't really like dramas and emotional things. But I loved it. So it's my number 2 of the year. It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn-ish. It's not action-packed. You just kind of have to go in with patience. Yes, you're going to be confused at first. And then when it's revealed, I don't know, maybe it will have the same impact on you that it did on me, and you'll feel very touched. It'll kind of make you think about life in general and how small we are in the whole universe, but yet at the same time how big we are in our own world. And or maybe you'll have Nadia's reaction and absolutely hate it.
I fucking hated this movie. I think this is the worst movie I've seen this year. I saw Wolfman early, and I had a review embargo that killed me. So like,
I know I remember you saying.
I can understand from your perspective, Sin, and maybe I'm just cynical, but
I'm the cynical one. My name is Sin. I'm sorry.
I got the concept pretty fast of what was going on. And I was expecting almost like a life-affirming movie, right? Where you go in and you're like, wow, life is short. Spend it to the best of your abilities with your loved ones and stuff. And I was like, okay, let's do this. I'm a big King head. I love Flanagan. This should be good. I was bored out of my mind. My problem, I think, lies with the fact that you don't spend enough time with any of the characters to have, in my opinion, an emotional impact when the lights basically turn on, right? Like things end.
When
I
figure it out, or
yeah.
When the movie's over. Okay.
I figured it out in Act 3, or whatever, the first half of the movie, that we're basically, this is the end of the world, but it's the end of, in a sense, Chuck's world, because everybody's in his head, and like I figured it out for the most part. It's just the characters that were introduced outside of Chuck, I just didn't care. Like as soon as the world ended, I'm like, okay, I just didn't have an emotional impact, and I didn't have that connection with Chuck either. Maybe I'm just not the demographic for this, but my first things was like, Flanagan, just stick with horror. Like, no offense, dude. Like, I get it. Step outside your bubble, but it didn't hit for me, which is okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
You
it's interesting though. Some of the stuff you were saying, like what you went into it expecting, this life affirming and all of this. That's what it did for me.
Yeah,
what you were hoping it would do is what it did for me. And the emotional connection with Chuck, I think I got that more, not necessarily with Lord, now my nephews are involved. I think I got that one, not so much with Tom Hiddleston, but with the younger Chuck. I felt very emotionally attached to him by then, because you get to see all that.
I don't know. I wanted to go in. I wanted to cry. I went in. I was having a rough weekend, and I was like, I want to go see this movie. I packed tissues. I was like, I just want to be bawling. I want a life, like, give me the emotions, and nothing. Both of us were like, I wish you had said something earlier. We would have left halfway through the movie. And again, it's a beautifully shot movie. I find the dialogue was very hard to follow and keep up with because it was just written just slightly weird to me. I don't know. It just didn't. They didn't talk like normal people do to each other, and it just didn't come off of it. So Cody Flanagan was casted as the young Chuck, so Mike Flanagan's own son. That's to play the young Chuck in his screen debut. And then it premiered at 2024 Toronto International and won People's Choice Award. I know people are going to love this movie. It's just a no for me, dog. It's just a no for me. Like, it's just not my cup of tea. I will never reach for it again. But you know what? There's certain movies that I really love that people are like, why? So I get it.
It's not normally my type of film either. Like I said, I wasn't even going to see it. But it worked on whatever level it worked for me. Sometimes there are certain genres that have a movie that is so profound and so touching to me that for whatever reason, it just clicks. So that one did for me. I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it. But I know how frustrating it is when you don't like something that a lot of people around you do like. And you feel like you're just the lone voice in the wilderness.
Listen, you should go watch my friend's stream where they all played it as this movie was an award-winning film, and they all did this, and I was not in on the joke, and it was Velocipaster.
Oh gosh, I remember that trailer. I did do a reaction to that trailer years ago.
You need to go. I will send you the link. You need to watch this stream for 2 hours straight. Everybody played this as like this. There's like deeper meanings to this. There's like Catholic lore to this. Everything. And Blue Collar knows what I'm talking about because he's in the chat. And nobody let me in on this joke. And apparently they all just kind of picked up on it together. No, they didn't go in doing this, and I was the only one. Like, what are you all talking about? This is an awful fucking movie. Like, I don't know what you. So yeah. All right, moving on. Bring Her Back. This is Kaylee's choice because she saw it this month. Kaylee, what did you think of it?
It's a one and done for me, but the only reason is because it was so effective and heartbreaking and scary that I gave it an 8 out of 10, but I won't reach for it again just because of how sad it is, but I think it's very, very effective, very well done, very scary. The atmosphere and the rain the whole time, it makes you very uncomfortable. Sally Hawkins, who plays the foster mother, she was amazing. And, she's right up there with like Mrs. Voorhees, Kathy Bates from Misery type energy. So she was great. And just seeing it for her would be worth it if, she just embodies a crazy mother like very, very well. So I definitely recommend it if you want to watch something sad, but super eerie and out there. Yeah.
Did you see their Talk to Me, their first film?
Yes, I love Talk to Me. I like that one a little bit better because I feel like it's a little more fun in parts, and I can rewatch Talk to Me, even though it's weird. It's like the same kind of, atmosphere and thing going on, but for some reason, Talk to Me is more rewatchable than Bring Her Back.
I can agree to that. Yeah, this is a very grief-heavy movie. It's very heavy. Great effects, great practical effects in it, and it's very dark. But I'm with you. Like, I think you have to be in a good mindset to go in watching this, especially if you're a parent, in my opinion on that. Did everybody see this by now? I think.
Yeah.
I still haven't. I want to, but yeah, I haven't been able to.
I'm with Blue. This might be my favorite horror film so far of 2025.
Wow.
I was
It's
a little
up there for
disappointed
me.
with it. I was expecting to love it as much as I love Talk to Me, and I didn't. I didn't hate it. I just didn't love it. It's just kind of like that weird, frustrating feeling. But one thing that these directors do really, really well is they ground their stories in emotional grief and pain that we can all probably identify with, at least to some extent. In the first one, it was the girl who'd lost her mother, and that was what drove her actions. And in this one, the story of that. But it felt to me like this one just got a little bit too gory just for the sake of being more gory. And it was like that just, and then there were some things that some of the characters did or decisions that they made that didn't feel as solidly written as what happened in Talk to Me. And Talk to Me had the perfect ending to me because and had an ending that I don't usually like for characters because usually with horror how things go, but it made complete sense. This one I hated some of the things that happened to some of the characters, and knowing that you got this psychopath and you kind of turn your back like what the hell are you doing? That sort of thing. But I definitely would recommend it. If you like Talk to Me, I would recommend it, but it might not land as
This is my type of film, man. I love heavy, like just disturbing imagery. Like when Evil
very
Lurks
disturbing.
is one of my favorite films. Like you got, I'm nasty. I like it just like not like I granted I like Terrifier 3. Like I like the goriness, but I like the realisticness to this of the heaviness of the grief and just like this is I'm with you. They ground this in almost realism, in my opinion. Like this stuff could actually happen, right? There's a supernatural element to it, but I mean, cults exist. Crazy people, like you hear horror stories all the time of foster parents and stuff. But yeah, I love.
But you get where she's coming from.
Films.
I mean, you get it, and that's something that I appreciate about the stuff that they, stupid, terrible decisions they make, awful, bad decisions, but you understand what motivates them.
I'm excited to see Talk to Me too, because there's 2 scripts that they've been floating around the idea for.
Me too.
We'll see. I wonder if they will utilize what they've learned from this as their sophomore film and going into Talk to Me too to see. I think these guys are on a very good path to being very well-known horror directors if they want to stick.
And they're fellow YouTubers, which is super cool.
I really like that. I really like seeing YouTubers who have passions for this kind of stuff just expand out to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you, Kaylee. I can understand why somebody would say like, oh, this is a one and done kind of deal. It is very heavy. It's very heavy. I saw it by myself in an empty theater.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You're brave.
But I'm the type of person like this stuff that this doesn't faze me, this kind of stuff, because I like it so much. But I can see like another movie and it'll just terrify me. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's go back to I think that was it. I think that was everybody's that's recommended. Sputnik.
Yeah, that one was the one. Okay.
There we go.
I had heard of this, didn't watch it until just the other day. It's a Russian film, so be prepared to read subtitles. But it's basically these cosmonauts are up in space and something happens and they bring back another entity with them. And so this doctor a lady doctor who is someone who's willing to take risks if she believes that it's the right thing to do, even if it goes against like the rules and everything. Because this takes place in 1983 in Russia during the Cold War, and you know how the government was and everything. So they call her in to observe this guy who has this entity inside of him, and they're trying to figure out what exactly it is and how can this be fixed. And she realizes that there's a little bit more going on to the reason for having this guy there than what she thinks. And so I won't spoil it or anything, but I was pleasantly surprised. There was like one or two moments where I was like, wait, what? I don't understand. This doesn't make sense. How could this happen? And then there's no acknowledgement of this, but it was really minor because I thought it was pretty doggone solid. Was not expecting that, but I didn't read reviews or anything like that before I watched it. I was just, I need to watch another horror movie. So I watched it. And liked it. So yeah.
That sounds really cool, actually. I'm going to write that one down too.
The effects were pretty good. Like as you can see behind the guy, this is what's inside him. And you do see them separated at some point. You see multiple times, actually, that it's outside of him. And I thought that the effects were pretty good. It's not that old of a film, 2020. So, yeah, I wish this is something I could have seen on the big screen just because I like big screen experiences more. But, yeah, I thought it was solid enough too. That's what I was like, hey, I'll replace Communion with this because I like this more than Communion for sure.
Do you think the stuff that didn't make sense is because it's like Russian culture that you just don't?
No, it wasn't that at all. It was like there is a moment where she and the guy do something because they figured out what's happening and there are things that are happening, and she's trying to like fix things, and they do something like, I'll give you an example, faking of taking medicine. Stuff happens, but then later when it comes back around when he's got to take his medicine again, there's no acknowledgement that he has faked taking his medicine before. It's almost like they don't even know this other stuff that they did, even though they do know. It was weird. It was like, wait, what? There's no. So I almost feel like there was something might have been cut out that I'm missing. So it wasn't enough to make me, and it's also possible I just missed something too. Maybe something went a little bit over my head. You know, sometimes you blink and you miss because it's subtitles. You have to read it. So maybe something was said that I missed. But yeah, certainly was not enough to downgrade this for me. I'm probably going to do a video review of it. I liked it that much.
Very cool. All right, I'm going to check it. Well, hold on. It says Alien. But wait, it's like Alien, but like not the Greys, right? It's not like realistic aliens. It's
you mean like with the eyes and the head?
Yeah.
No, it looks like a little monster.
Okay. I can do that.
It's not like people alien type thing. No, it's like
okay.
Yeah.
I can do like I said, I can do like a xenomorphs and stuff like that. But
okay, yes, it's like a monster type creature. Not humanoid.
The shadow of it looks like a gremlin.
It reminded me a little bit of a gremlin. It reminded, like, sometimes it would like its little head. It was it's a little bit like a gremlin.
Swift. I was disappointed, dude. I
haven't seen that.
Hate the Final Destination franchise with my body.
Haven't
and
watched
the chat my chat paid for me to go see it not only in theaters but in 4DX.
And you did?
Anxiety. I did. It gave me an anxiety attack the whole fucking time.
No.
But that's what Rachel was like. Oh, I'll be happy. It's not for me. It's not for me. I just yeah. And then when because it at 4DX it like moves your seat, but it also like spits out water and hair and not hair and like air behind you and by your legs and like bumps your seat, and then yeah, and we'll do it again, Nadia. There's no Final Destination coming out, Jake. Sorry. Anxiety means it was effective. It was effective. Okay. June. I think I got everybody's right. Pretty sure I didn't miss anybody's list. Okay. The only thing on this I forgot to put was Better Together, which is going to be released July 30th with Franco and Alison Brie in it. It looks like a really good body horror movie. So I don't do body horror, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah, same.
How do we all feel about Megan 2.0?
I'm looking forward to it. I enjoyed the first one.
I'm
gonna go see it Thursday with my nephews.
Sammy, you don't get down with that bitch. What's going on?
Oh my god, I roll every time I see the trailer. I'm just not a fan of Megan.
You just gotta look at it. Wait. First off, have you ever seen the Terminator movies?
I hate Terminator.
Fair enough.
Kaylee's laughing because she knows.
I know.
Terminator 2. That's what it is. It's Terminator.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Not for me. You guys can all talk about it.
I'm excited for this because you know what? This is gonna be a dumb, fun movie.
Yeah, you turn your brain off.
Yeah. Turn your brain off. Just watch two like androids go at it. I know this is more like a Gen Z horror movie, to be honest. It's for younger generations, but yeah, I'm totally down to clown with Megan. I'm excited to go to Halloween Horror Nights this year and see all of them like dancing and doing the
Did you say grab your vaginas or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm seeing this Thursday actually, and then I'll be having a stream in the evening to talk about it. I think Blue Collar's joining me for it, but yeah, I'm seeing it opening.
Yeah,
I'm
me too. 2
skipping
o'clock.
work a little bit. Yeah, I am too. 2 o'clock. And if you're around Thursday, if you're not doing anything, if you want to hop on with us to
Are
talk
you
about
are
it.
you Pacific time?
I'm going live around 8:30 Eastern time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be back by then. I'm taking my nephews to see it at 2.
Okay. If
So-
you're I'll send you the link. Yeah.
Sure.
More than merrier to come talk about. Hell yeah. Megan 2.0. Sam, come on. Okay. Why didn't you like the first one?
It was just boring. Like it just
Okay,
didn't
I
do
can see that.
anything for me. It's a
Did you
little
watch
too
the
deep for
unrated
me.
or just like the standard?
Oh, I don't even know.
So
I
the
have no idea.
unrated, the kid getting run over and the lady getting sprayed, it's a little bit more gorier. Like there's a little bit more gore to it. Not that much, to be honest. The unrated doesn't really add that much to it, but I can see that because I didn't like the first one, to be honest with you. But
Mhm.
she's kind of grown on me.
Oh,
She's cool now.
It was
The first
like a January release, right? It was a super. I
Mhm.
think it was the first movie I saw that year, and I went in expecting it to be awful, and I had a
Oh, yeah,
doggone
with
fun
January.
time with it.
Mhm.
And so I have a soft spot in my heart for Megan. So
I have a
hoping.
love-hate relationship with Blumhouse, and it's more hate lately.
yeah, well, they're definitely hit or miss for sure. Yeah.
They used to be hits, and the problem is I think they spread themselves a little too wide and
Yeah.
trying to just put out. I'll never forgive them for Night Swim. I wanted to
Yeah.
drown myself.
Yes.
Well, I haven't forgiven them for Halloween Kills and Ends. So
Oh, dude.
that-
I'm a
I'm still
lover.
angry about those.
I love those.
really?
Some
Yes.
people do. I hate them with a
Yes, I
passion,
love all
especially
3 of
Ends.
them.
I love 2018. Love that movie.
Yes, it's so
But-
good. Yeah.
Oof, those other two.
The Wolfman is like the big. I think they need to go back into smaller, like focused productions instead of. But again, I think they're now becoming the like corporate like turnarounds for movies. Like, hey, whatever sounds good is going to get people in seats. Let's do this. Let's make it. And it's just nothing has lived up. Though Woman in the Yard, I did like. So for me, I think it's very hit or miss. But yeah, I'm with Robbie. Fuck Night Swim.
Yeah.
The movies. Some shorts are just not meant to be expanded
be
out
remade.
into or into full length movies.
Yeah.
Almost 2 hours about a haunted
Yeah.
swimming pool. What? Oh, okay. I know what you did last summer. I'm seeing this opening weekend as well.
I want to see this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
This is gonna be bad. This is gonna
Yeah,
be
I know what Scary say. It's probably gonna suck.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't get I'm going to go see it.
It'll be fun.
Mhm.
Hopefully. I hope.
I think it's gonna be slop. I think it's gonna be awful. Around the same time, I'm doing like a millennial horror tier stream of like old millennial like horror movies like Urban Legend, Cherry Falls, and stuff. But yeah, this I know what you did last summer is gonna be awful. but you know what? At least we go in acknowledging it. It's gonna be awful, right? Because what if it's good?
But I'm hoping
What
that
if-
it's gonna be good. Yes.
Mhm.
It's
That's
not gonna be
my
good.
hope. I don't think it will be, but I'm not going in to hate watch it. I'm actually going in to hopefully enjoy it. So we'll see.
Me too. Yeah. Brendan has no interest, but
Robbie, you just gotta say fuck Blumhouse at this point. I'm like, that's imaginary. Of course, it would suck ass. It's a remake of an old Disney movie about like a smart house and stuff. So, like, you know what you should feel about? I know what you did last summer. That you're gonna go see it, Philip. That's what you should feel like. The trailers look awful.
I haven't
It-
watched the trailers. I don't know.
Oh man, don't do it. Oh, that's Stranger. What do you guys think about Strangers Chapter?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I never saw the other one.
the first one was bad, but I'm
Right?
going in hopeful. Not even
I'm not.
hopeful, just like going in hoping for something new.
Yeah, the
I
other
know.
one was just a carbon copy of the 2008
Yeah.
version. So we never rewatched it. We watched it once in the theater. So hopefully this one's, like you said, new and different, because we didn't even need the other one.
No, it didn't.
I love the original. The original
Yes.
is a great home invasion movie. It's bleak. Like, you just honestly, they should have just stopped there and just not continued with the franchise, and it would be great. But the continuous like adding to this story. Chapter 1 sucked. Chapter 2 is gonna suck. So will Chapter 3, because I think there's 3 of them in this so-called trilogy. Which I'm surprised 2 got made, because 1 didn't make its money back. It bombed at the box office.
Maybe they had already made it.
Maybe. That could have been. Yeah, filming it back to back to back. But the trailer did drop today, but I just don't have it. I love the first one so much. That and Hush, to me, are like 2 of the best home invasion movies. But it continues to need to make things franchise. Home is a psychological horror starring Pete Davidson, who uncovers this disturbing truth about a senior living facility. Set in a former New Jersey retirement home, the film delves into paranoia, isolation, and it is scheduled for release July 25th.
Not to theater, right? Just like VOD.
I think VOD, yeah.
I've never even heard of this.
Most of these are going to be VOD, except for Megan, and I believe Bambi is getting a short theatrical release on it too. Bambi is part of the Pooverse.
Yes, that's
Twisted Childhood universe.
We talked about this last time.
I like Pooverse. Bambi follows a mother and son who becomes target of a vengeful Bambi after his mother's death.
I'm excited for it. I know Sin's not.
Well, I got so turned off by Pooh, the first Pooh.
Better than Life of Chuck. I'm going to tell you right now.
No. I don't know. I'll probably stay away from these ones.
Have you ever seen Peter one of you, I think it was Sam, who recommended the Peter Pan one? It's a little different than
weren't we talking
Winnie the Pooh one.
We talked about it last time.
That one last time?
Yeah. Peter Pan Neverland. It's still on my list to watch. I have it on my watch list.
Let me know if you get to it.
But it's a little bit darker than the Winnie the Pooh, like.
Oh yeah, it's much darker.
Of the Winnie the Pooh one. Okay.
Yeah, Tinkerbell is a really dark story. Like, it's just super dark. Bambi looks like it could be a fun time, but I just don't know if we're gonna get it in Canada, because that happened with Pan. We just didn't get it.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right. You're saying.
I'm trying not to be excited for it, because it might not come up for us, but we'll see.
It's Toxic Avenger. Toxic Avengers next. When is? Hold on. That's 8. Wait, no. Is it next month, the Toxic Avenger? I don't think so. No, that's August, man. You gotta wait, my guy. We're talking about June and July releases. Read the screen. Blue. Banish is a supernatural horror movie set in a remote village where a group of outsiders must confront an ancient evil force. Details and plots of the cast remain under wraps for some reason. And this is going to be released, not theaters, July 18th.
It's given off kind of Lovecraftian vibes.
I can see that.
If it is, I'm there.
Just by the poster with the big eye and or whatever that is, or moon or something. Yeah. How do you say this? Is it Osiris? Osiris, thank you. A sci-fi horror film exploring the psychological unraveling of a crew aboard a deep space mission. As they approach the mysterious planet, they encounter despicable phenomenon that changes their sanity. In theaters, July 25th. So that is going to be.
Who's in that one? Anybody we know?
I don't think anybody we know.
Okay.
Potentially, maybe. Hold on. Let me see.
I hadn't even heard of this one. There's a lot I haven't heard
either. William Kaufman is the director. Stars Max Martin, Linda Hamilton.
Are you serious? Actually, Linda Hamilton?
Yeah.
My girl from Terminator?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to see it. I love Linda so much. I'm gonna have to
There's
see
a
it.
trailer out for it, just FYI.
I had no idea. Okay, it's probably gonna suck, but I'm gonna watch it.
And then the woman in the blue hoodie. There's not a poster for this, but it's a bunch of YouTubers who made a horror movie called where the fuck did I put it? House of Eden. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A gothic horror film set in a decaying mansion where a family must confront a dark legacy of their ancestors. I don't think that's that one.
I
Phil
thought that
Glenn-
girl was. I
She-
thought the
I
girl
didn't
was
know
from the
what
show
that,
Gen V.
that was.
I got excited. I'm like, is it coming out?
No, it is. Oh wait, hold on. This is it. So this is the House of Eden. So it's a setting on a film. I don't know what of their next paranormal investigation. Chris, Selena, Jay encounter a malevolent ancient spirit that resides in an abandoned house deep in the woods. This has Chris. That's Chris Collins. She's a YouTuber or TikToker too. I think she's more well known as a TikToker. Selena is as well. It's basically a bunch of like YouTubers and TikTokers that are making like a found footage horror film.
I was supposed to be an extra in this movie.
That's so cool.
I was in a really bad mental space and turned it down. So, yeah, I'm excited to see it though.
I am too. Interested to see. Abraham's Boy, a Dracula Story, prequel to Dracula legend, focusing on earlier life of Abraham von Helsing, his first encounter with vampire menace. The film combines historical fiction with horror elements. Releases on July 11th. This is my cup of tea. I love horror history when it's like placed in it. And the last one is Skill House, a horror thrilled that delves in the world of online influencers, where a content creator quest for fame leads to deadly consequences. Directed by an emerging filmmaker, it's often modern take on horror, and it's in theaters July 10th. Is Skill House the 50 Cent one? I think so. 50. I keep seeing a trailer.
I think
yeah, it is.
I think
It is. It is. Yeah, because I saw the trailer for it before 28 Years Later, which I also saw by myself in an empty theater. Yeah, it looks interesting to me. That looks like Gen Z horror. It's already got a 4.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
I got the feeling that they were kind of making fun of like the influencers in general, and how they'll do anything for clicks, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it looks to me more like a rental at home kind of movie
Yeah.
I've seen in theaters. What's the one after? Oh, House of Eden is the one afterward. Out of this, is there any other movies coming out other than Better Together? Because I know some of you dive more into the indie scene with the horror. Is there any movies you guys are looking forward to watching for July?
The new Jurassic Park comes out next week.
Talk about it. Yeah,
I saw that. I saw that last night.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I am too.
Okay.
Sid, don't you fucking ruin this. Don't you ruin it, Sid.
But I love all of
Sid.
them.
I don't even want to read your face, Sid. I love dinosaurs. Don't do this to me.
Well, I just came off of a live stream discussion about it. That's the one I was having, because it was the mystery movie yesterday.
Oh, cool.
And everybody knew it was the mystery movie. They ended up confirming it before the movie even played on the mega thread on Reddit. So yeah, I won't say anything.
I love
I'm not
all
saying
of them.
anything.
I love the bad.
I love
the
all of
good.
them too. Me too. Me
Okay,
too.
if you love them all, yeah, you'll probably enjoy this.
I'm gonna have a good time. It's dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there's a new little one, the little one that you saw.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanna get
Can't
the
remember
good
what she called that
popcorn
thing.
bucket.
Dolores, I think.
Yeah, Dolores, something like that. Yeah. I didn't see the trailers.
Oh yeah, I did.
Heck yeah, I want like all the dinosaur movies. Anything
Yeah.
else coming out other than Jurassic? Well, I mean, I know
I'm
Superman's
not-
coming out and Fantastic Four, but we're not going to cover those.
I'm not-
Well,
I'm
unless
not
they
gonna-
are actual
Gosh,
horror
I thought
movies.
there was something that I was in. It's not coming to me right now though. F1.
There's,
August.
I'm interested. Well, that's this month. Oh, sorry.
No, go
It's
ahead.
okay.
F1, but that's this month.
Oh,
Well, it's a June release. Sorry.
You're
That's
good.
the one with Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looked good to me.
Yeah, I wasn't interested at first, but it's the director of Top Gun Maverick, and I absolutely
Oh.
loved Top Gun Maverick, and
Me
I
too.
love Oblivion. So I am definitely going to be watching this.
I will not. I don't like those type of movies. Not,
I-
I'm not oblivious.
Racing movies?
Yeah, like
Neither do I, but I actually did see the trailer for this one.
it. To
And
me,
it
it's
looks
a bad movie. That's what.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I don't know. We'll see. I have a feeling I'm going to like it, but we'll see.
Cintrina and I are going to be covering The Institute, which is a Stephen King series that's going to be releasing this coming month, July.
Yeah.
God, June went by so fast.
I know.
It did.
Dude,
When does
Any-
The Long Walk come out?
September.
Oh, okay. A little bit away still.
They
I'm excited
just
for that.
announced today that they're remaking The Stand into a movie because that awful Paramount
dude.
adaptation of it was really bad, and then all you have is like the old, I think it's like early 90s version that was
Yeah.
not bad. But
It
they're
was like a
remaking
mini
it.
series, I think.
Yeah, they're remaking it into a movie. I would assume they're probably going to do 2 parts. There's no way they could fit that all into one movie, but who knows?
Oh, there's another series, Dexter Resurrections, coming up on
Yeah.
July 11th.
Yeah, I haven't even. I'm
I
so behind
watched
on that.
Dexter Original Sin and I wanted to stab my eyes out. I'm like, this
Oh,
is
That's the
so
one with
boring.
his son, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's the prequel.
Oh no,
when
it's
he's
the one.
younger,
Okay, I haven't. Yeah, I yeah.
where you
I haven't
already
even
know
gotten to
what's
that
going to
one.
happen, and
Yeah.
it's just rehashing everything you've known of the original series. Like, here, do you remember this? Oh, this is going to happen. It's just
See, I like it. I like seeing Dexter like in his childhood, how like his, the influence his father had over him and everything. I like that about Original Sin. No,
not for me. Not for me.
wait a minute. What was the New Blood? New Blood was
Blood.
one I
New
couldn't
Blood.
stand.
I never
Resurrection's
finished that one.
gonna
I
be-
couldn't stand his
It was
son.
so bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sam Keeley, do you guys have anything else that you're excited?
I just had one movie that I had brought up to you. It was a thriller, though, not a horror that I had watched. Echo
Did I
Valley.
not add it?
No,
Oh,
that's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I think I was reading too fast, and I just was
That's
like,
okay.
I think I saw a
Um,
poster of that.
Yeah, it's Sydney Sweeney again and Julian Moore. I'm pretty sure it's based off a book. It definitely plays out like a thriller book, like with the twists and stuff. I don't want to say too much. Go in as blind as possible if you're going to watch it. But basically, Julian Moore is the mother, and she just lost her wife, and she's dealing with the grief of that. And then Sydney Sweeney is her daughter, who is an addict, and she shows up at her door crying with blood all over her. And I'll just leave it at that. I thought it was pretty good. Brendan thought it was good as well. It's on Apple TV. Came out in June, I think. Yeah, it's June right now. Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's more thriller. It's not really horror, but I mean, I sometimes throw thriller under horror.
What's the name of it again?
Echo Valley.
to be honest, I think we can kind of open this up to whatever we would recommend. I mean, we've kind of teetered with, like, last month I was like Thunderbolts and
Yeah.
they're like Life of Chuck, and we're gonna talk about Jurassic World. So like I think we can kind of, I don't think Echo Valley is that far off
Yeah.
from it.
Well, I mean, I mentioned F1, so that's not even horror at all. so-
We might even talk about Superman and Fantastic Four. Who knows? Like, they might be horror shows in a sense. But yeah, so don't worry about it. Apologies. I'm sorry. I must have
That's
just
okay.
like scanned through when I was putting stuff together. All right. Well then, that's it. Kaylee, do you have anything else to recommend?
Oh
Sorry.
no, I'm super pumped for Jurassic Park. That's all I have
So
to say. Yeah.
Well, Sam, what do you got going on next?
So we have Thursday night a live stream. We're going to continue finally. It's been a while. Our physical media count, where we count part of the collection, talk about each movie, and we're also recording how many in the collection we have seen. I think we're on like segment like part 19 of doing this because it's been going on for a while. We just haven't done it in a little while. So Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then we don't have too much planned. There's some stuff in July, but like, I guess July's coming. But yeah, we'll be doing something for Canada Day, probably a Canadian horror movie. And then I think we're doing Jaws 2 for 4th of July, just like lives
Nice.
and stuff. And yeah.
Thank you, Jake. Jake is dropping links in the chat. Please subscribe to everybody. Everybody is also linked in the description below. They're awesome content creators, so please go give them a sub if you haven't, with your alt accounts as well, please. Kaylee, what do you guys got going on next?
Oh, well, we will be doing a review for Megan 2.0 Thursday after we go see it. So we're excited to see that one. And then definitely the new Jurassic World next week. I'm super excited about. And we recently just wrapped up doing our recaps for The Walking Dead Dead City. So if you're a fan of that, definitely check that out.
Very cool. Trina, what do you got going on next?
All right. Well, I'm kind of on a mini summer vacation right now as far as my channel goes. So the only thing coming up for me is this stream next month. So yeah, this was a blast. Had a lot of fun talking about these movies with you guys, and yeah, looking forward to next stream.
Very cool. Sin, what do you got going on next?
Well, I will be filming a review for Megan, hopefully getting that up Friday. And I filmed my review for Jurassic World before this stream, and I'm trying to decide if I should release it or not because I'm confused. It was the mystery movie. I saw it as a regular audience member, and then I found out there's apparently an embargo on it, but I never got a screener or an invitation. So I want to release it, but I don't know.
I think it's an embargo on
the full reviews
group, on the critic group, like a certain group of individuals who went
like
to go
got a screener. Okay, so
or something.
Even though I'm like a critic,
if you didn't sign anything,
no,
that
I
said,
didn't.
hey,
I didn't get an invitation. No press screening,
and there's nothing attached to the ticket. Then I think you're fine.
Okay. I'm gonna probably put that up maybe tomorrow or Thursday. We'll see. That's the immediate, and then of course the live stream with you on Thursday night if that works out.
Very cool. As for myself, if you're watching in the chat, you're going to actually be redirected to my Alien Isolation stream. I'm going to go play a couple hours of that after the stream. Just give me a moment to pee, maybe drink some water
and get set up.
I know, but we're gonna play some a little bit more Alien Isolation. So if you want to watch me pee my pants, because that game almost did last time, without a xenomorph, please come check it out. And then Thursday I'll be talking about Megan 2.0. We'll probably go live around 8:30 Eastern time because I'm seeing it earlier. Friday is Stranger Things, as always on this channel. We're doing a Stranger Things rewatch. We are on season 3, episode 7. So join that. And then this Saturday is the members watch party, which will be Jaws. So that should be a lot of fun. And then July's got a lot of things packed in it, but we'll get to that point next week. Again, my panel, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. We will be back next month. The last Tuesday of the month will always be Final Girl. So please tune in then. And until next time, I hope you all have a great week and stay spooky. Bye.
Bye.